In the country named India, in the modern day state of Uttar Pradesh, stands a little town near the river Yamuna. It is known as Mathura, a holy city. It is the birthplace of Lord Krishna. Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I started reading the birth of Shri Krishna's story. So let's continue. Nearly 5,000 years ago, Mathura was under the rule of a tyrannical king named Kans. Kans was so greedy and cunning that he not even spared his father Ugrasen. Having imprisoned him, Kans declared himself to be the king of Mathura. Ugrasen was a nice ruler and Kans was just the opposite. It was trying time for the commoners of Mathura to put up with Kans' extravagance and unfair rule. Above all this, Kans locked his horns time and again with the rulers of Yadu dynasty, which led to frequent wars and troubled the peace-loving citizens of Mathura. But soon a happy news came. Crown Princess Devaki was getting married to King Vasudev of the Yadus. The Mathura citizens welcomed the wedding, for it surely meant that Kans' frequent wars with the Yadu dynasty would come to an end. Soon the much awaited day arrived. Mathura wore a festive look. Everyone was in festive spirits. Even the usually desolate citizens of Mathura were looking happily. And that was a great thing to see, since the people of Mathura did not smile often. How could they, with such an awful king like Kans to guide them? Soon Devaki was married to King Vasudev, Kans cunning as he was thought. Now Vasudev's kingdom is as good as mine. After the wedding, he decided to drive the royal couple home himself to shower on them a kingly courtesy as was prevalent in those days. But it so happened that as soon as Kans took the reins of the wedding chariot, a divine voice thundered from the sky. Evil Kans, you don't know it, but know now that by giving Devaki's hand to Vasudev, you have signed your own death warrant. The eighth son born to Vasudev and Devaki will kill you. Hearing this, Kans froze with fear, but then he became angry. He immediately thought of killing Devaki, for he thought, how can a child be born when the mother is dead? So he drew out his sword and raised to kill Devaki. King Vasudev was horrified at this cruelty and fell on his knees. Oh Kans, he begged, please don't kill your sister. I shall personally surrender to you all the children she gives birth to, so that the voice of the oracle doesn't come true. The evil king vacillated. Then you will live in my palace as prisoners, he declared, and Vasudev had no choice than accepting this verdict. Kans smiled happily. The one person he loved in the whole wide world was his sister, and he decided to spare her life. He was content at the thought that the situation was under his control. After all, he was not going to let her children live, was he? Kans confirmed Devaki and her husband King Vasudev in the palace dungeons and kept them under constant watch. Every time Devaki gave birth to a child in the dungeons, Kans destroyed the child. In this manner, he killed 7 children born to Devaki. He turned a deaf ear to all the heart-rending cries of his sister. So, this is it for today. I'll continue in my next video. Till then, keep listening beautiful stories and keep smiling.